Hi, my name is Lecky Roberts, and this is my good friend, Kenley Collins.
Hi.
And we've actually known each other for many, many years. It's been probably about 7?
6 years. Oh my God, has it been 7 years?
I think it's been like 7.
Oh,
at least
geez.
7. Which means we're getting older.
Which means I've been in New York for 7 years. Wow.
We should drink to that.
Cheers.
Cheers. Kenley was nice enough back in the day to invite me to come along to her second audition for Project Runway. So we decided to be her models. It was freezing, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were freezing. We went on the subway. You're wearing a giant tutu on the subway. And we waited in the we didn't wait in the line. One of the producers grabbed us and skipped the line.
Well, because with Kenley Anywhere, it's a great thing because we can kind of bypass most of the place because you have this great personality.
There's a scene.
There'll be a scene. There'll be a little bit of a scene.
Yeah.
In a very great way. And so she caught the production's eye, and they immediately brought us to the front. And obviously we were wearing some amazing pieces. We were wearing them in line in like 2-degree weather. So we went upstairs, and then what happened?
I don't remember. Do you? Oh, we signed all these papers, and then they brought us into a room that were surrounded by lights and cameras.
So what brings you here to Project Runway?
Oh my gosh, I want this so bad.
Probably one of the most touching moments of the entire experience, of the entire audition.
It's on YouTube.
And you can find this on YouTube as well, and we'll show a little clip of this.
What would I do if I won?
What would you do if you won Project Runway? Besides cry.
I know, I would I don't know, my gosh. I would try to get my line out there to everyone. I want the whole world to see my line. And I don't have that opportunity right now. I don't have the time or the money, or it's just, it's hard.
You break down. You break down in tears, and
I was a little emotional. I got really emotional in the audition room. I don't know, I think it's the birth control.
And I know it's hell, and they don't let you sleep. They barely let you eat.
Yeah.
You're dealing with like crazy circumstances.
Yeah.
And I mean, the challenges in and of themselves, I mean, they're very unconventional. How did you prep yourself? Did you go in with like, okay, if they are going to say, let's go to the beach and we can only use shells, what am I going to do? Or if they take us to Walmart, we can buy whatever. You know, how do you prep yourself for something like that when they're using all these unconventional challenges to try and make you think and use your creativity?
I don't know. I don't know. I just go and I do it.
I think it's amazing that Kenley started, I mean, relatively late in life. It wasn't like you went to school for this. It's not like you did this in college. You you picked this up from scratch.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty smart.
Once I got a sales job in fashion, I was like, I wanna like do this myself. I wanna kind of get into it more and learn, not just like cutting and sewing and reconstructing vintage, but I want to really learn how to make clothes from scratch. Just started cutting and looking at clothes and how they were made, and
just went from there.
Did it for a few years, and yeah. This is my grandmother. She was a calendar girl in the 1940s. Look at that dress. They don't make dresses like that anymore, I'll tell you that much.
It's fabulous that you've been inspired by your grandmother and past things in your life. And what modern type of things are you inspired by? Style-wise, or?
Style-wise? Color.
Color.
Yeah. And prints. I like modern prints and vibrant colors. I'm also influenced by like old 40s like comics and 50s like horror film flyers. Even my artwork for my CD is kind of like 50s influenced.
So you were approached again to do the All Stars, and this is the first All Stars, correct?
Yes.
What made you decide to do this again and, like, you know, project yourself?
I don't know. I was like, you can't pay me $1 million to do that crap again. But then I did it because my family was like, you need to do it. My friends were like, please do it. And I said, okay, I'll do it. I started like doing some sketches and getting back into designing. you know, a week before I went off to film, but they only contacted me 3 weeks before filming started, so I didn't have, and I was working, I didn't have time to like think about what am I gonna do, oh, this challenge, that challenge, no.
So did you know who the other contestants
The best preparation was being on it already.
That is true. That is true. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah, there was nothing better.
Did you know the other contestants that were going to be on there with you when you arrived?
Yeah, I met Sweet Pea in Vegas. Remember we saw Sweet Pea in Vegas?
We did see Sweet Pea in Vegas.
So I knew Sweet Pea a little. I knew, of course, Jarrell because he was on my season, and I think that's it. Those were the only 2 people I knew.
So there were a lot of new cast of characters that you've probably seen watching Project Runway, but you never really met them or worked with them or competed against them. So, I mean, what was this like, and having a whole new cast of characters with you? And everybody's got a very different, you know, opposing personality.
It was hilarious. I was cracking up the whole time.
There are a lot of gay men on that show that I'm telling you, it's the stuff that comes out of their mouth is
not that part. Oh God, they're just vulgar all the time. No, not that kind of got annoying. The vulgar, like, bitchiness, that was a little, I mean, at one point I was just like, ugh, quiet.
It's hard.
I mean, if you've seen the show right now, they're like quiet to me too. Like, she's the loudest girl in the world. Shut up. So, you know what? I'm like, listen, the feeling is very mutual. So we kind of all secretly want to kill each other, but no, we become like family.
You definitely bond through this.
Yeah, you do.
You're not sleeping. I mean,
You're living together, you're working together 24/7. So you got to get along. You have to.
Now this time, they don't really show as much of the living situation. At least not yet, thus far.
At least not yet.
But I'm curious about that. I mean, how do you live and work with somebody that, I mean, you're competing against them, you're sharing ideas. How does that, I mean, does it overlap? Do you talk about this stuff when you come home?
You just gotta think it's almost over, it's almost over.